Hey, what is up, guys? So, today I'm going to show you how to fix some common system errors that may usually occur on your computer. For example, this .dll error, which has caused my system to look like this old-fashioned Windows 95 kind of theme. And so, firstly, where this error might first occur is when you turn on your computer, and instead of showing you the welcome screen, it gives you this kind of error. For example, on my computer, it is giving this UXI90.dll error, which basically means that the UX or the theme of my computer has been deleted off. This usually is caused by some malware or virus, usually by downloading a file or by plugging in a pen drive with a virus or a malware. And as you can see, our Windows is fully the style of the window has changed. It is fully in classic style and it's not looking very good. So in order to fix this, we're firstly going to go ahead and check out a little bit about our system details. And for the first method, we're going to go ahead and download the Windows setup file directly from the Microsoft website. So as you can see right here, my system is running Windows 7 Source Pack 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and go on to the Microsoft website and download it from there. As you can see, support for Windows 7 ended just on January of 2020. We're going to go ahead and download whichever one is suitable for us, either 32-bit or 64-bit. We're going to select English as our language, and then we're going to once again confirm that all the details are correct and is matching our current system, and then we're just going to go ahead and download the file. Now as you can see, the file has been downloaded and it is right over here in a setup format. Now before doing any of this, let me tell you one very important thing, that you might be tempted to download these kind of whatever DLL file errors you're having. You might be tempted to download it from the internet. For example, for me, UXI90.dll Windows 7 download. However, I wouldn't recommend you to download all these files. In fact, absolutely do not download any of these files, because they do contain all kinds of viruses that may further harm your PC even more. So once again, stay away from downloading any DLL or system files from any kinds of websites and so on. For now, we're just going to go ahead and click and double click on a setup, Windows setup. We're going to just click on yes. But now for some reason, this system kind of setup kept on looping, and it just didn't go forward of this. It just kept on loading. So it's going to go ahead and skip this part and close it. And what I did was I restarted my PC. Now for our second method, we're going to go ahead and try to copy the system file, that is the .dll file, from one laptop to another. This laptop I would have copied from the pen drive, but since it is not working, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the hard drive from this one. As you can see, the middle cover is the RAM and the bottom cover is the hard disk cover. So what we're doing right here is that we're going to swap out the hard drives and put this hard drive into a corrupted system folder and attempt to copy the DLL file from a pen drive from there. As you can see, each laptop has a different hard disk case, so make sure you swap out the hard disk from its case by removing the 4 screws on the side. So this is our current hard disk, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take our laptop which is working but the system is corrupted, and once again go and remove that. As you can see, it's very easy. Just remove 3 screws from the bottom and your RAM, hard disk and everything is accessible from down over here. Now we're just going to go ahead and remove a hard disk case from this one. And once again, as you know it, remove the 4 screws and swap the hard drives with each of the cases. In this case, we're going to go ahead and take out our working hard drive and soften the correct system into our current hard drive. just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to install this hard drive into the laptop, and very importantly we're going to go ahead and screw it on, and you can just go ahead and put this cover back on just for safety, but no need to put the screws on for now. Now we can just go ahead and turn it on. So as you can see, this hard disk does not give any system error or anything, but what we want to do is we want to go to our system file, that is Windows and system32 folder, and from there we're going to attempt to copy a corrupted DLL file. That is, now we're going to go ahead and plug in a pen drive with which we want to copy the DLL system file. Now as you can see, we can go ahead and just copy the DLL file onto our pen drive. Just like that. Okay, so now we can go ahead and close everything and shut down the laptop so that we can remove the hard drive from this laptop and put in our old hard drive again. Once again the same procedure, remove the screw from the hard drive, and also once again remove all the other 4 screws and swap out the hard drive from the case and put in the old hard drive. Now after everything is put back, make sure it is screwed on tightly and properly, and we can just go ahead and keep this other hard drive over there, and we can go ahead and attach a hard drive into the laptop, and don't forget to put all the screws back into place again and put the cover back on, as well as all the 3 screws of the back cover. Now we can go ahead and turn on the laptop. Now we're going to go ahead and plug in a pen drive to copy the DLL file. So as you can see, we have a working DLL file over here, and we're just going to go ahead and copy it to our Windows and system32 folder. You can see right here, C drive, Windows and system32. And we're just going to go ahead and paste the file over here into a location. Now if you may notice that the system kind of hangs for a second, that is, one reason is that it cannot copy any system files, or other words, it cannot modify any system files. As you can see, our system is currently hanged, so we're gonna go ahead and attempt to restore it using the task manager. But as you can see, after a couple of meddling around, it came to this point where we need permission to modify files in system32 folder. Now in order to fix this, there's also another method that we're going to use. This is to grant administrator permission to move files from the system32 folder. As you know, this method did not work. I'm going to go ahead and right click on the folder, click on share and advanced sharing, and then we're going to go ahead and click on share this folder, and then permissions. Now we're going to go ahead and click on full control and also change, apply, OK, and once again apply and OK. Then we can close it. Now if you check and see, it is still not working, so this method does not work. Now on to our next method, which definitely did not work and I don't recommend it, is to fix DLL system file errors using a third-party download software from the internet. That is a driver updater. Do not do this because it may modify and harm your system files even more. Now another method that I'm going to show you is trying to boot system recovery directly from the boot menu. That is by holding down Ctrl plus F10. We can enter into this Windows 7 recovery mode to control partitions and stuff, as well as to format windows. But this didn't work because I think you need a bootable pen drive right now, which I don't have. So we're just gonna go ahead and start Windows again. Now this is the last method, and this method definitely works, and this method will fix all of the DLL file errors. It may be anything, but it is known as e-recovery management, and it gives you something like this. As you can see right here, it gives you option to create factory settings and restore operating system to default, restore operating system and retain user data, that is to backup data. I would recommend you to back up your user data before doing this, but I already have backed up my important stuff to a pen drive, so I'm just going to go ahead and restore everything to factory default. As you can see, this is the pen drive that I've copied all the folders in. Now you can go ahead and see that it is coming to this screen, Windows loading files, and it will basically take us to the section where we have to confirm that we want to format and erase our entire hard disk. As you can see, it's showing us some progress, and we're almost halfway done, and this entire process took about 1 hour, so it's fine. And now, as you can see, the system will restart a couple of times because it is installing some Windows 7 updates up till the maximum it can update. So it is doing that currently, and it's preparing a computer for first time use. Now we can go ahead and see that it is basically give us that first time setup, and we can go ahead and enter all our details, and if you want a password you can set it, and we're going to go ahead and just accept these terms and conditions, and we're going to go ahead and use recommended settings and set the time, whichever time zone you live in. And now we can go ahead and connect to a Wi-Fi and click on home network to create the best security. Now it's going to go ahead and ask us, do we want to register? We click on no. And do we want an antivirus? Click on no, because this is already outdated by now. And as you can see, our system has been restored and everything is back to normal, and we have got our Windows 7 style looking taskbars back. And this basically means that the system is reset, and also many junk apps will be installed, so be sure to remove them later. And as you can see, our UX and editor DLL file has been restored, and so that's it. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.